Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to the LeBron Insider channel, where we dive into the world of King James and explore the latest news and updates on his life and career. Today, we're tackling a story that's been brewing in the NBA community: Rich Paul pushing back on the narrative that LeBron James is a shadow GM. So, you've probably heard it before. LeBron James has this incredible influence over the personnel decisions of his teams, and he's even got a reputation for strong-arming his way to get what he wants. Some even call him LeGM, which is just a pretty funny nickname, but also kind of a disturbing thought. But is all this talk about LeBron's supposed power behind the scenes really true? Well, Rich Paul, LeBron's longtime agent and CEO of Clutch Sports, had something to say on that front during an appearance on The Rich Eisen Show. When asked if LeBron has this outsized influence over his teams, Paul said, "And that's false." Now, at first glance, it might seem like a simple statement, but what Paul is really saying here is that the narrative about LeBron being a shadow GM is just that, a narrative. Paul went on to explain that, when you think about this idea of LeBron having all the power and influence behind the scenes, you have to consider how that affects friendships between players. Guys who play together might feel like they're getting traded because LeBron wants them out of there. And let's be real, nobody likes being traded, especially not from a team that seems to be moving on without them. Now, one example that comes up when talking about this narrative is the 2021 trade for Russell Westbrook. It was a big move at the time, but it ultimately led to a disastrous season for the Lakers, and some people said LeBron was behind it all. But what Paul is saying here is that he knows LeBron didn't make that trade. In fact, he's saying that LeBron doesn't even have that kind of influence over his team. It's also worth noting that there's another trade that has kind of sent a message to the Lakers, the one that sent Anthony Davis and Max Christie to the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic. Some people thought that was a sign that LeBron and Rich Paul were in the doghouse, but instead, it seems like they've finally got their act together. The bottom line here is that we can't confuse someone asking for an opinion with actually making the decision. Players are not in a position to make decisions all the time because they're not doing the hard work of front offices. And let's be real, when you're playing in the NBA, you don't have all the information or the expertise to make those kinds of moves. So what does this mean for LeBron James and the Lakers? Well, it looks like we might finally be seeing a championship contender emerge from LA. Assuming LeBron sticks around next season, which he's got a player option for, I think it's safe to say that we're in for an exciting ride.